Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be an incredible DEFCON 1 Bisu versus Jaedong replay sent to me by RJB. Who else? Here on Tempest, top right, a purple Zerg. It is Jaedong, and in the top left, it's a red Protoss. It is Bisu. All right, man. Yeah, Bisu is still playing. Jaedong is still playing StarCraft. Not quite at the level they were in their heyday, but they are still excellent and elite StarCraft players. They know each other so well. So well. Like the back of their hand. Again, RJB, thank you so much for sending me so many incredible replays. I just don't know where this channel would be without ya. So, Tempest, low ground, main base here, going up to your natural base, and it's a fairly wide ramp here, so Bisu knows how to wall this off. Terry the Overlord scouting out. That's right, Terry, we're scouting out. We're just getting a quick little huff of this Vespene gas. No, we're going back for more. Going back for, why are you going, what is, maybe Terry is going for a whiff of that Vespene gas. What is the play here, dude? What are you going for? And the answer is, I don't know. I turned around for a second. Maybe he thought he saw something. Maybe it made him not want to go hatch first, and he's like, ah, forget it. Let's just go hatch first. We're good to go. Absolutely, positively. Yeah, man. So Terry's scouting the right direction out here. We do have Terry merch available at falconpaladin.store, as well as Robert the Zealot merch and Steve the SCV merch, mugs and t-shirts and Falcon Paladin branded hoodies and beanies if it's cold where you are. If you're in the northern hemisphere right now, it's like as cold as it's going to get, man. Might be a good time to get a beanie. If you're out there shoveling snow off of your sidewalk for the 8th time in 2 weeks, not good times. Pool coming in, not quite any gas yet from Jaedong, which tells me he's maybe considering going for, was that a Nexus first? Yeah, Bisu went Nexus first. All right, man, here we go. So either Jaedong can try to punish this. He sees this probe moving in, but it doesn't tell him a lot. Statistically, the probe probably came from the main base in the top left, but we don't know that. That's not something that Jaedong knows for sure. He's just playing probabilities right now. Yeah, this no gas really tells me he wants a fast third base. And right here, in fact, he does. He was hiding the drone a little bit in case a probe ran over, and bam! Third hatch, 230 here. And he's just, man, is he playing this? How? Ooh, this is so risky. If this was like a 2-gate Bisu opening, you would just die. But instead, it was a Nexus Forge opening into gate, and he's totally fine. I do not know. There's nothing he could have read. There's nothing Jaedong could have read here that would have told him this was a Nexus first before he threw down this hatch. There's just no way. I guess maybe if he'd seen a Zealot moving across this attack path, right, he probably wouldn't have gone for the third base. And he didn't, so maybe that's enough that told him. Maybe that was the intel that he needed to be like, yo, I think I can get a third hatch before gas here. And he did. So, yeah, interesting place for a third, too. Usually your third base against a Protoss is going to be in one of the corners on these 4-player maps. Usually at the natural base. But in this case, Jaedong's like, nah, I'm going to throw it here. It's, you know, it's not too far from my natural. It's pretty easily defended by speedlings and stuff. First 100 gas going to the lair, not getting speed for the lings, of course, as is the current meta. So this probe, PD the probe, is extremely happy that speed is not coming for these lings, because that means he can stay alive, and it's all about staying alive. There's Robert. Good old Robert the Zealot moving out, as he does on his duty. Gonna try to keep this probe alive, maybe. Probe and Zealot together can take down 4 lings with good micro, and this is Bisu we're talking about, so come on. Come on. What else are we doing? Cybernetics core coming in from the Protoss. Probably going to be a Stargate. Probably going to be those Corsairs, as Bisu is the player that popularized the Corsair opening against Zerg. Day 9, I believe the claim by Day 9 is that Bisu invented it. But a lot of these strategies were invented by kind of lesser-known players, and nobody really cared about the strategy until the higher-level elite players started doing it. Right? So, I'm always careful to try to give proper attribution to strategies in StarCraft, but I'm pretty sure Day 9 claimed that Bisu was the first one to do it. So, fair enough, dude. We'll believe Day 9. And he did say if Bobby Kotick is out at Activision, then he is going to start doing stuff with Blizzard games again. It's interesting. He said he stopped doing Blizzard content because of Kotick. And that totally sucks. So speed's done for these lings, which means this probe is dead. Yeah, no saving it. Zealot count out is a little hefty. 4 zealots, a little bit scary. +1 air weapons. And a citadel. And a Stargate, obviously. Hydroden coming in. Not actually interesting. Not actually going for the Spire here. I'm surprised these lings are engaging with this. Oh my gosh, this guy's gotta die. He's like on HP. There you go. If your HP can be expressed with something that starts with un, then you're in a lot of trouble as a zealot. It's un-HP. Uno. The article in English is un. Alright, so macro hatch here. This feels Hydra busty, man. We already saw that macro hatch. Hydroden is getting speed, which usually indicates this is going to be some kind of a Hydra aggressive play rather than defensive. So are we gonna, yeah, we're gonna save this Overlord. Good Hydra timing. Jaedong knows exactly when to get the Hydras out to deal with the first Corsair. He's dealt with Bisu Corsair timings for decades at this stage, it feels like. Templar Archives coming in. Zealot Legs 2. He says, I know what this is. This is Hydras. This is speed upgrade. This, and probably speed upgrade. Let's be ready. Let's get some High Templar on this high ground here. And that will be good to deal with these Hydras for sure. So an aggressive Hydra bus timing opening here out of Jaedong. Corsairs not going to be, I don't think, as useful, honestly. They're so much better against Scourge than they are against Hydras. And the Hydras are all just parking themselves right under these Overlords, so the Corsairs have nothing to do. Eventually, you might have enough Corsairs to where you can just kind of burn down an Overlord even with Hydra shooting at you and you can get away with it, but 3 Corsairs is not enough. DT in production from Bisu as well here. Ho 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 ho. Did this probe trap itself back here? It did. Oh no, probe! Now Bisu's gonna lose this game because he trapped a probe. Wait, can he juke through this maybe? Maybe he can glitch through. I don't know. I don't know if he can. Zealots have speed. And that means they're feeling way more confident against these Hydras. +1 and speed. And into the third base we go. Jaedong! Where is your defense? No Sunkens. Another macro hatch getting tossed down. He's like, who needs static defense? Not I. I am Jaedong. I am glorious. And you are glorious. You know what? I get mad at Zerg players for not having static defense, but you know, Jaedong might be on my list of players I can't get mad at. Sorry. He's kind of given up on Corsairs, hasn't he? Did he give them the +1? He did. He let him have the +1. I love this DT. He just wanders up, kills a Ling. Wow. Enough Hydras just to kind of keep these 4 Zealots out. If there were like 12 Zealots, though, that'd be bad news bears. Storm's finishing up. So if there was a window here for Hydra bust, it's kind of over. Like, I'm really trying to figure out what exactly the plan here is from Jaedong. Maybe he's not going Hydra bust at all. But on the other hand, maybe he's going Hydra Lurker into all time, which, as everybody knows, is not Falcon's favorite strategy, nor is it particularly good. But it does win. It does win sometimes, and sometimes it gets enough damage done to the Protoss that then you can tech into Hive and get Dark Swarm and stuff and be okay. So even if it doesn't win necessarily for you in the first, it's like 17 minutes is the time frame here. Yeah, there's just a timer on this strategy, is all. There's a Spire coming in. I wonder if that's... It's like, hang on a second. Man, these Zealots have been visiting this third base so often, they really haven't gotten a ton of damage. And there we go. That's an Overlord down. That's a supply block on Jaedong. All right, Bisu getting some work done here. He's got Zealots buffering for the High Templar. They've got Storm. They have energy for the Storm. 3 Corsairs, man. 3 Corsairs with +1. That is all Bisu's interested in here today. Observatory coming in. He recognizes the threat of Lurkers is extremely real right now, and Lurkers are in production at the moment. Yeah, is this... Ooh, is he going late? Muta? Is he just like, you didn't make a big Corsair ball. You know what's really good at picking off High Templar is Mutas. And once the High Templar are gone, the Zealot Lurker just crushes Unless there are Reavers, I guess. But a little bit too early for Reaver here at the 10-minute mark, right? Oh, crap. Lurker's burrow. Didn't have any observers yet. This observatory just finished. No third base for you, my son. Yeah. That's right. Hydro Lurker, scary. All right, Storm ready? Storm is ready, but where do you want to storm? Here or here? Take your positions, friends. And yeah, Jaedong's like, you know, not sure. Oh, I was gonna say, oh my gosh, no. One High Templar down, 2 High Templar down. 3rd High Templar down. No, too much Storm, too many Zealots. 2 High Templar down for what? Like 7 Hydras? I think Jaedong's okay with that. Getting a 4th base on the right side here too. And Overlord says there's no 3rd base up here for Bisu. It's down this left side is where it is. And really vulnerable too. Like, these 7 Hydras could wander down here and force cancel on that easy peasy. I don't know that holding this position is as important as denying bases would be. Lings are here, but they're not going to have Adrenal ever at the rate they're teching up to Hive. That is a lot of Protoss, man. I don't like this for Jaedong at all. This is a ton of Gateway Protoss. Zealots, Dragoons, they've got +1/+1 upgrades. The Hydras and the Lurkers are at +1/+0. Another Overlord dies. Another supply block for Jaedong. Dude, this base right here is everything for Bisu. It is everything that matters for him. This is insane. This is absolutely bonkers. Queen's Nest coming in. So Jaedong says, all right, fine. This Hydra Lurker thing's not going to work forever. We're at 12 minutes. It's time to get up. Time to get up to Hive Tech. So, yeah, see, Jaedong is smart enough not to just commit to Hydro Ling for 25 minutes in a ZVP and then get mad when you lose. It's not good enough. Tier 1, like Tier 1.5, Tier 2 here is not enough. The Scourge finally scouts this base, but now look, Bisu's positioning to protect it. It was extremely vulnerable for such a long time. Okay, keeping his observers alive. Always a big deal, keeping your obs alive against someone who has, you know, 4 lurkers. It's only 4 lurkers there, but there are more up here and more coming in, and Hive is on the way. Okay. So Jaedong is like, all right, I see where we are now. I see where we are. Storm. It was dodged. It was pretty well preemptively dodged there by Jaedong, but still, the blood splatter analysis says several Hydras and Lings died on that Storm. Good cost efficiency, man. 10 kills on that High Templar. He's the only one, really. Bisu says, I'm at 170 supply. That means it's time to move out. But, as we all know, high ground Lurker Hydra, a little more difficult to deal with. Oh, and he did make a Sunken and it just killed a Dragoon. See, Sunkens are good. Sunkens are so good. And high ground also good. Man, look at these Zealots charging into the breach once more. Storm. My gosh. I don't know if this is working out for Jaedong. I'm looking at it. I'm staring at it. Does he just have enough Zerg to swarm this, though? Adrenal's on the way. He's working on +1 melee attack for the Lings. They're not going to be 0/0 Lings with Adrenal, which I always appreciate as a Zerg main. 142 to 128 supply. Jaedong is actually closing this gap a bit, supply-wise. Jaedong's at 59 drones, too, and I don't think he's lost any today. This is ugly. This is a lot of Zerg blood. But I think these were good trades. He's up in overall supply after this battle. He sniped an obs on the way out, too. Now, look, he's making 6 Hydras at a time, Lurkers at a time. He's getting into Filer Mound as well. This is one of the best examples that I have seen of a Zerg player go Hydro Lurker, recognize, okay, you know what? Hydro Lurker's not going to be good enough. And then able to buy enough time to actually get into Defilers. It's tough. I've seen a lot of Zerg players, and you have too, on the channel, fail to make that transition, fail to buy enough time for it to work, but he's totally done it. He's totally pulled it off. This Zealot attack into this base needs to be incredibly successful. And it's just not going to be. It's just not going to be. Right? They have to get out of there. If they go into that base, they don't come out. These guys were waiting for the Zealots to run in so they could trap them. Bisu knew that. Sent its dudes to the bottom right and hoped there was a base to kill there, but there's not. This Corsair ball, it's not even a ball, really. There's only 3 of them, and they have 5 kills among them. Meh. Ooh, Bisu taking another base, though. I still think Jaedong is in a prime position to win this game, but we're not done yet, man. We have time to go here, don't we? 148 to 125 supply, 62 to 51. Jaedong's up in both of the very obvious metrics. Upgrade advantage for the Protoss, as there usually is at this stage of the game. 2 armor plus 1 attack. The Hydras are at 2-1. Yeah, okay, so, you know, Hydras and Lurkers keeping a piece. Finally, Consume's getting started. It's a little bit late on the Consume upgrade timing, but both players spending their money exceptionally well. Again, the high ground Lurker Hydra is about 8 times harder to deal with than just even ground Hydra Lurker. Just throwing that out there. It's so frustrating to deal with. Man, if Bisu wins this game, I feel like a lot of that is going to be attributed to the late consume here by Jaedong. Like, his Defiler mount has been done. I don't know why it's so late. Archon's being added into the mix here. He knows Dark Swarms are going to start showing up soon. He's got this sniffed out. He knows what he's dealing with. Another base coming up for Jaedong on the right side, down where the Zealots checked earlier and didn't find anything. Well, there's something here now. Lings have Adrenal. They also have 1-1, and they're working on 2-2, as well as missile attack level 3 coming in. So this is triple Evo chamber time. Somewhere there's a 3rd Evo chamber. Here it is at the 3rd base, appropriately. There you go. Consume's done. We heard Consume's happening. Plague's coming in now. 2 more. Oh, expanding. Oh, man. Jaedong expanding again is bad news bears for Bisu. He cannot. I don't know. He almost has to move out here, but. All right. Consume. Dark Swarms go. Pop. Dark Swarm. Zealots, Archons charging into the breach. Adrenalings trying to fight, trying to buy time, but I don't know. That's a lot of Zealot Archon, and your Dark Swarm is not as powerful in that situation. Zealots getting into the main base of Jaedong too. That's huge. That is so huge, but the Zerg player has 62 drones and can produce units more quickly and more cheaply than the Protoss can, and this army gets shoved back again. And Jaedong feels confident enough to make this move. Archon's using the Dark Swarm against these Hydras is hilarious. Archon's leaving the Dark Swarm. Not as funny, actually. Why would you leave the Dark Swarm? You can fight Lings in there. Plague-oo! First plague of the day. First plague of the day. Metasynaptic node getting researched, and that's a GG. Bisu taps out in game 1 of our extremely sneaky twofer. Ha 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 ha. What a fantastic game 1 of our sneaky twofer. Great stuff there. That was so good. Man, Jaedong gets game 1, and a lot of it was the 60 workers, man. 62 drones, 65 is kind of where you want to be, but he was happy with 62. And he got into that Defiler tech. That's what really matters. Woo. The Defiler tech was the big deal. The Plague, the Dark Swarm, the fact that he was up 60 supply, well, 50 whatever supply here, and this base was going to die. There's just not enough there. He's making High Templar, but they don't pop with enough energy for a storm. And it's just too much. Just too many hatcheries, too many macro hatcheries. Jaedong is an absolute monster. He gets the game 1 win. And really no pressure at all, right? The high grounds made it hard for Bisu to get into the 3rd base, to get into this right side 4th base. The main got breached a little bit by some Zealots earlier, but, I mean, nothing really died buildings-wise for Jaedong, and that's humongous. When you start losing hatcheries, that's when you start falling apart as a Zerg player. So game 1 in the books of our sneaky twofer. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this so far. 134 to 127 supply, outproducing the Protoss here. Jaedong 5-1. or 5-2, I apologize, and getting outkilled 2-1. So yeah, that's your math. Structures raised. No buildings raised today in 18 minutes. That's kind of surprising. And then outspending Bisu by about 14,000 resources. 14, a little bit less than 14 in 18 minutes. That's good. That's great. That is in fact great. And that's just, you didn't really lose any drones today. Maybe a couple, maybe 3 or 4, but no hatches died, and Jaedong just rode that to victory. So GG to him. Again, that's game 1. We'll see game 2 here right now. Subscribe if you haven't. Hey there, we're in game 2. It's going to be Bisu and Jaedong again, this time on retro. Top right, purple Zerg again, Jaedong. Bottom left, blue Protoss, this time Bisu. Terror the Overlord, scouting down. Or maybe, ooh, this angle is kind of cross-position-y, right? Overlord scouting at a cross-position. I don't know, I've seen that before. Well, I probably have, because I've cast like 5,000 games of StarCraft, but... Yo. So, what's Bisu gonna do to get back and win this game after game 1? He had Storm. Maybe Reavers a little bit earlier? Maybe some Storm drops sprinkled in? There were some Scourge around, and no Mutalisks, so maybe, I don't know, Scourge is a pretty good deterrent for drops, right? Alright, so, Terry, just, okay, so this is apparently a good gateway proxy spot. Because Terry stopped there. Okay, so gateway opening, not Nexus first. And yeah, so Jaedong pretty much blind countered Bisu's Nexus first by going 3 hatch before gas. So we will see. We will see if he tries to do that again, and if he does, this gate first should punish him a little bit at least. Hatch first in it. Probe says, no creep up top left, Captain. Alright, so we'll go ahead and see if there's any creep top right, and there is. Just checking to make sure he's not being cannon rushed. Very good idea against Protoss, especially Bisu, because man, his Protoss, wait, his cannon rushes are so lethal. And 2 minutes, we've got a Zealot on the way, which is not the case in game number 1. And again, send thanks to RJB. YouTube.com/@RJB_TV. Just a super great dude. Tons of passion for StarCraft. Like infinite amounts of passion for StarCraft. So there's that pool again. And there's that no gas again. And there's that saving up money for a 3rd hatch again. I'm feeling it. Oh, he's doing the same thing. I don't know about this. This probe's like, do you have a 3rd hatch? And the drone says, wouldn't you like to know? Mr. Nosy Nose. And there it is. 3rd hatch. 250 this time. Not quite as fast as like the 230 in game 1, but here's that punish. Here's that punish I was talking about. Getting in here. This might be a cancel. This might just straight up be a cancel on this hatch. So much damage it's going to get off on this thing that I'm not sure if it's worth keeping. Oh boy. HP. Not happy. It is going down, even though it's trying to go up. 2nd Zealot is here. How many games have we seen where Bisu shows up with Zealots and the Zerg just dies? Oh my gosh. Alright, the Lings have to fight. There are only 4 Lings against 2 Zealots though, but they got him off the hatch, and that's what matters here. More Lings are popping in. Zealots want to avoid a surround at all costs. And they are. The cost here is not being able to hit the hatchery anymore, but my goodness, this thing is injured. Injured in a way that no Zerg player is really comfortable with. And, ooh, getting metabolic boost before Lair is Jaedong. I love that. Cybercore coming in, expansion, just about finishing up here for Bisu. Because, yeah, he delayed it a little bit to get these Zealots out. Hatch is done, but has about 50% HP. And I think these Lings are kind of just going to go for it, right? Yeah, they're just going to go for it. That's the plan. And I'm not sure. Okay, there are enough Lings to deal with this, but just barely. 2 Lings survive that onslaught, but both Zealots die. Ling's gonna... Ooh, nice little surround on that dude. And we'll start hacking away. Oh, run by! Oh, that probe with the block was sick killer good. Really fantastic pro block there. That was so awesome. Hydralisk Den coming in. Stargate on the way. Okay, so Bisu not doing anything crazy here. Not really surprised by that. Nothing he's done has been that nuts so far. Speed's done, so probe dead. It's usually how that works, right? Hydra Den again. Fast Hydra Den. And did he have a lair coming in and then he canceled that? I feel like he might have canceled that. Hold on a second here. Did he cancel that lair? Going for Hydra speed. He didn't really do much pressure with the Hydras in the last game, but this one, maybe he's thinking about it. Maybe he's considering it. This Overlord, this is Terry. This has to be Terry if he's all the way down here. He recognizes he's probably going to die, right? Corsair's on the way. You're going to be the first target. But at least that will give Jaedong the information that there will be Corsairs coming in, yeah? Yeah. Absolutely. Citadel, no real surprise there. +1 ground weapons. Also, no shocked faces in the audience now. I can tell you that much. What have I been doing recently? Reading some more Warhammer books. Been reading the Horus Heresy trilogy, which is, like, I don't know. I've read other books talk about the Horus Heresy. I didn't realize that they didn't get into what exactly the heresy entailed until, like, 2008 or something. I don't know. There's so much Warhammer, you guys. There's so much Warhammer. Anyway, it's been good. I mean, they hire good dudes to write it. And sometimes good women to write it, right? Good authors. I do think dude is a gender neutral term, though. I don't know. But yeah, it's been great so far. Been checking them out on my local library's Libby app that allows you to check out ebooks for free, which has been so good because, man, these books are not cheap on Kindle. I can tell you that much. And they're not on Google Play, which sucks. But anyway. Yep, Hydra Pressure, we called it. So Hydra Pressure, Hydra range is finishing up, but I mean, he doesn't need it to kill this gateway, that's for sure. Oh, the Zealot's going to try to save the gate? Heck no. Did he just attack his own gate? He's like, here, let me help you kill this gateway. You don't care about it. Oh my gosh, Ling, Hydra. Hydra's really, oh, they get the cannon. Oh my gosh, they got the cannon. And now this forge is in range of the Hydras, and more Hydras keep coming. And these Zealots, Corsairs are trying to get stuff done. But there's no supply block. And they're scouting at this point. Dude, that +1 weapon that started so long ago getting denied hurts. It hurts us. Okay. Well, +1 attack is denied. That makes these Zealots a little bit less threatening. And by that, I mean probably a lot less threatening. Hydras are like, just come in here, kill a cannon, kill another cannon. We'll sacrifice a couple, 3 or 4 Hydras for 2 cannons. That's fair trades. Bisu's just backing into a corner here. Backing in. No Overlord dead there. 1 Overlord did die. There was a brief supply block for Jaedong. And, okay, so the Corsairs are providing the benefit of keeping these Hydras back home. So they can't join the front and just completely overwhelm this. My goodness. Zealot legs, again, fantastic. Restarting that +1 ground weapons on this forge, this double forge setup. +1 attack and +1 ground armor. So the Hydras are like, you know, at this point, keeping Bisu on 2 bases while I'm on 3 bases is actually okay. I don't think pushing here is going to be what you want to do. You could probably jump in and kill another cannon before the Zealots jumped on you. But again, they have the speed. Templar Archives coming in. Storm has to be the priority. And a lair just finished. Or was canceled. Nope, just finished. Oh, he laired the 3rd hatch to give it more HP after it took so much damage from the Zealots earlier. That is a high IQ play there for sure. Zealots are like, we're not going to wait for you to come get us. We're going to chase you down. Look at that really injured Hydra. Run! I mean, Hydras are not the fastest units in the game, but they're still pretty fast. Zoop, oh, hang on. Zoop, 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 zoop. Spire coming in. Again, we saw Spire last game, and it was just for a couple Scourge. Maybe killed a couple Observers, but didn't do a whole lot else, I don't think. They might have killed one of the Corsairs, and I totally missed it. Entirely possible. But Hydras are like, all right, we're in a choke now. Screw you guys. Storm, another single DT being produced by Bisu. Kind of like it. Macro hatches. Jaedong following the recipe of game 1 almost to a T here. Just a little bit later on the Spire for sure. And the lair. I mean, obviously, if the spire's late, then yeah. The lair was late, too. Third base warping up this left side. Lurker aspect on the way. And we will see. We will see what tricks Jaedong has up his sleeve here in Game 2 of our Sneaky Twofer. Again, subscribe. I'm trying to get... Honestly, it's an ambitious goal, but I'd like to get 100,000 subs in 2024. I think there are 100,000 people out there. Well, actually, all I need is about, like 40,000, less than 40,000 more, 30-something thousand more subs in 2024 to reach that. So 30,000 people out there that love StarCraft. I think we can do it. Anyway, nice little flank attack here with these Hydras. Zealots are like, oh, no, you don't. You're not getting me in your trap. In fact, we're going to go up this ramp. Oh, no, this guy got left behind. Left behind. The story of that particular Zealot. Corsair, 0 kills on that guy. Not happy about that at all, probably. All right, so Jaedong, you have a choice. Do you want to go Hydra Lurker, bust this thing? Maybe take down the third base. That'd be pretty amazing coming up this ramp with those cannons and these Zealots holding it. Yeah, these Zealots are really important to the further everything of this third base, like the existence of this third base. Although, I don't know, cannons alone kind of protecting it for now. This Corsair getting chased, but should make it to safety. And Jaedong too good to lose a Scourge to a cannon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He's running. He's running. Overlord speed is done, so your days are numbered, friend. Oh, gosh. And, yeah, dead. Had to kind of hold up there a little bit to get up the ramp. Hold on. Hold on. 6 HP. Can he make it to safety? Dan, the Dark Templar. Dan. Can you do it? He's outrunning the Overlord. He did it. He made it to safety. He's got 0 kills, but he made it safely home. Singularity charge coming in. Dragoon range. Queen's Nest. There we go. Every Zerg player breathes a sigh of relief at that announcement of a Queen's Nest. Scourge. Want Corsairs, but that was not actually good Scourge control. And this is worse Scourge control. Yep, that was really bad. Are we trying to control 2 groups at once? We sort of are. Yeah, Queen's Nest. Big friggin' deal here. 4th base is up from Jaedong, bottom right. Okay, that's good news. 61 drones. Okay, we're in the danger zone for Bisu right now, aren't we? Jaedong just able to get a ton of Hydras out, get a ton of pressure with them. That +1 attack on the Hydras is great. Delaying the +1 attack on the Zealots was also key to getting him in this position. Observatory coming in. Without that, fighting Lurkers is not impossible, but much harder. You can just storm the area the Lurker is and actually do a pretty good job of it, obviously, but having obs is incredibly helpful in most situations, yeah? Yeah, so once again, upgrading this third to a hive to give it even more HP. Now it has more HP than the natural does. That didn't even take any damage at all. Fantastic stuff. Ooh, we're back in the Corsair ball here. Okay, all right. Bit of a yeah, man. Making some new Corsairs to add to the group here, I think. I'm thinking so. And, ooh, 4th Nexus coming up top left here from Bisu. Adrenal getting started at 13 minutes. No sign of Reaver Tech being added in here from Bisu. This might be a good time to do it. Ah, this top left base is dead. Naked expanding. I don't understand why players do this, man. It's a giant... Oh, these Corsairs also get obliterated, just blindly trying to kill that Overlord. That was actually pretty gross. This probe is just like waiting for its death. Sorry, probe. Meanwhile, big attack from Bisu up here to the natural base. Sunkens are up. Sunkens are up. Wait. Sunkens are up. Lurkers are up. Lings are here without Adrenal, nor any real impressive upgrades. +1 Carapace is done, which is nice, I guess. Sunken, 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 sunken. Man, look at these Sunkens putting in work. Putting in work right now. Where's the Defiler Mound? Defiler Mound is here. Where's the Consume? Again, I feel like Jaedong's a little bit late on the Consume. Okay, high ground sunken here. Lurkers, Hydra Ling. again, trying to get up. I mean, all right, Bisu taking a 4th base at the 6 o'clock position. That's great. Kadir and Amulet finally consumes on the way. Nidus too, but okay, so this Nidus... All right, the ability to defend this exists. Man, once again, just not able to break these defensive Zerg positions. Adrenalings, Hydros with range and speed, +2/+1 upgrades on those guys versus your 2/2 Dragoons and Zealots and a little bit of Storm, but Jaedong Storm dodging has been incredible. So good. Okay, well, Bisu's got his 4th base rolling, and look at this. Jaedong's only on 4 bases. Jaedong needs to expand. He needs to expand here, probably. Maybe down here would be good, too. Sunken that thing up. Maxed out players on both sides. Consume is finally going to finish, and now we're going to move into the adding Archons into the composition section of the game. Working on ground weapons and plasma shields right now is our Protoss player and legend Bisu. Storm, storm, storm. You'll notice Jaedong's not just full sending here. He's like, I'm sending enough to where you have to storm to deal with it. But eventually you'll run out of storms, right? Bisu laughs at him in Protoss. And then Jaedong says, right, good Dark Swarms. First Dark Swarms of the day up. Archons in this mess. What an absolutely crazy chaotic situation here. Can Bisu bust on through that Archon? Has left the safety of Dark Swarm and is maybe in trouble, but no. All the Zergs running for their lives. Once again, 9 Hydras, bajillion Lings, Lurkers being produced. High ground is not safe from Storm, it turns out. And this base, Bisu forcing a cancel on that base. Jaedong says, can I get up here? Maybe with some Dark Swarm you can, but there's 2 High Templar with enough energy for almost 2 storms apiece, which is really good stuff. Okay, so new 4th base, new idea, new plans to Jaedong down this way. Yeah, Jaedong, he kind of had to stand and fight because he had that 5th base coming in. Not anymore, he's not. Plague-oo! First plague of this game makes its connection. And Bisu expanding top left. All right, Protoss fans putting their hands together for what they're seeing from Bisu here. This is some excellent play by him. Forcing a cancel on a base while taking another base yourself. I mean, this is just high level play. Is there enough to defend here? No, there's 0 splash damage in this area. However, there are no overlords. These Corsairs. I almost feel like some kind of muta thing would work here. Lurker dies immediately. Okay, just kidding. Got a spine up. That was nice. Overlord tries to join the party, but Archon Dragoon says, no, you're not at all. No! Probes walking through Lurkers! Oh man, that's the 2nd time in 2 weeks Bisu has walked his probes through a Lurker setup and lost a ton of workers for bad reasons. 46 probes to 61 drones right now. Bisu's holding on to this base, and he's holding on to this base, but man, his economy is not where he wants it to be currently. Jaedong trying to naked expand himself up here at the 12 o'clock after losing it earlier today, but he's like, I'm on the aggressive side. I got 2/2 Adrenalings, man. You can storm me all day, and I will, says Bisu. Lings inside Dark Swarm, dangerous, dangerous foes. But the storms never end. Oh, this base does get canceled. My gosh, Bisu. Bisu. This game is bananas. Might epic tag this darn thing. Scourge looking for what? The obs? Yep, 1 obs down. 2 obs down. Huge obs snipes. There is a lurker here. And we gotta fall back because there's a lurker and we don't have any obs. Running through storms to get through the other side. High Templar stuck on the low ground, immediately dies. Immediately Hydras spit him to death. I know they're supposed to be shooting spines, but the Hydras are spitting stuff out of their mouths. That's why Carbot does spitting things out of their mouths animations for the Hydras. So no one's really used drops today, huh? There's been no Overlord drops. There's been no shuttle drops. There's been no recalls. Everything's been very ground-based. I don't know about Jaedong trying to bust up this ramp, but he's got the 65 drones, man. He's got them. He's got the 65. Lurkers up here causing problems, but there is no problem that Storm can't fix. How I always say it. I mean, this is not cost efficient, but the fact that Jaedong has so much income, I don't think he cares. It's working. So much Hydra blood is soaking into this ground. Look at this Lurker, or this High Templar. He's alive. No one's really interested in killing him. Okay, now he's dead. Okay, top left base gone. Jaedong sends some of his army down to defend. Oh, here we go. There's a little storm. That's a great storm drop. Oh no, 65 down to 55 drones. And guess what? We've got more where that came from. 2 Rillikers, 5 kills, 6 kills, more storms, 43 drones. That is a 20+ drone kill storm drop. The top left base of Bisu's dead, which sucks for Bisu, but he just knocked Jaedong to the economic cold... I'm going to try to say here, Cold War, something like that, like the Gulag. The economic Gulag right now. Jaedong trying to take this 12 o'clock for the 3rd time today. It has not gone well for him, I guess is the point. Did he storm drop over here too? No, I don't think so. He unloaded here to make an Archon? That's not happening. He killed some Lings. Better than nothing. Plague on... Wait, Scarab damage! I was like, we already have Plague. Right, Scarabs though. Bisu doing the late game Scarab play here at 20 minutes. All Protoss fans everywhere, huge fan of that. That is when... more storm drops though. 9 kills? 9 kills? Alright, so Bisu's economy wasn't great after that probe massacre, but guess what? He got back into this game with what? Drops. With the power of drops, y'all. High Templar storming up high grounds. Sniped. Now you don't know where the Lurkers are, except that their spines emanate from a specific location, so you know where they are. There's more obs anyway. Just kidding. Who needs obs when you have more obs? I think it's... Okay, now the obs get sniped. Now the Lurkers kind of have... There, see what I'm talking about? Uh-oh, this top left base in trouble. I don't know, Bisu reconsolidating forces here. Pulling back down the ramp after he fought so hard to get up it. Also, I've been posting on Reddit recently on r/StarCraft and r/Brood War. Big attack down here to the south. Lurkers, Hydras. There's Reavers on the defense, though. La Défense. Wait, yeah, La Défense. And guess what? Let's just eat through this orange garbage Reavers can. Awesome. Awesome, awesome stuff. So, 45 workers for Zerg, 39 for Bisu. Bisu's like, yeah, this is where I want to go. This is how I want to do this. Honestly, more plagues are needed here. I don't know. Ooh, did that shuttle just get wiped out by Scourge? That's what I heard, and I think I saw it too, but I wasn't on that section of the screen. Okay, Plague. There's a sick Plague. Okay, great Plague. That's going to help a lot here. I love this Lurker just sitting on this ramp. Okay, but kill these High Templar, though. That's your Rizzy microing over this way. I get it. This game is bogus? What was I trying to say there? Not boring, that's for sure. Yo, this game is so good. That Archon is dead. You've got a Dark Swarm to toss down for these Lings, but again, there are Reavers there, so does that really help? This Zealot says... Oh wait, he already knows there's not a hatchery here because there's a probe keeping an eye on that top left base. Man, 146 to 145. Not great for Jaedong here in game 2. Bisu is making some good choices. And it's the Storm Drops. Plague it up. Plague it up. Zealot's trying to hold on, trying to get through this DT. Gonna take a Lurker with him. And then the... too many storms! Too many storms have killed too many drones. I don't know if there's a way for Jaedong to come back in this game. He is officially down right now. Not happy about it. Archons and Dark Swarm enjoying their limited invulnerability against these Hydras especially. More storms, 140 to 89 supply, and I think Bisu's done it, ladies and gentlemen. There's not a GG yet, but I do not see a path as that hatch goes down. This base got canceled somehow. Again, Bisu's just not letting that exist. That's a big part of his victory here. Lurkers, Hydras. Jaedong is just down big time, man. So all these Archons are dead. They're just going to take as much Zerg with them as they can. Look at these. Oh my gosh. Why did... Okay. That was like not a good Dark Swarm, actually. Dark Swarms are, like, usually very good, but that was definitely a bad one. I think I can feel okay saying. Remember when Jaedong was at 65 drones and he's at 35 now? And he's made a bunch since then? Yeah. Really desperately trying to kill this Reaver while eating storms. He does get the Reaver. That's big. All right, Reaver down. But High Templar in these shuttles, they are still here, man. Gosh, Storm, Zealots with upgrades. 3/2/2 upgrades here. The attack on this base is defeated. And it's 113 to 68 supply. He's not even retaking this base. He doesn't have the cash for it. He's like, if I can kill this base, I can win. And he's right. That's the crazy thing. He's right. If he can kill this base, Bisu's on a one-base mining economy. But another Reaver pops out of the robo that thankfully and conveniently exists here at the 6 o'clock base for Bisu. Are we still... Oh my gosh, Jaedong. Jaedong! Okay. GG! Jaedong taps out and Bisu gets that win. Oh my gosh. That was so good. That was such a good PVZ. Such a good PVZ. That was Bisu and drops, right? I say it all the time. You're tired of hearing it. What's really good? Drops. Dropping Lurkers, dropping Hydras, dropping Lings with Dark Swarm, dropping Ultras, dropping High Templar, dropping Reavers. Drop. Jaedong did not drop in this game. Bisu did. Bisu win. Game 1, nobody dropped. Jaedong won. Is there a science here? I don't know. There might be some kind of a science here, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, fantastic. Again, it came down to this base. If Bisu loses this base, I think Jaedong tries to hold on a little bit more. Although, I don't know. If he loses... Bisu loses this and the storm drop still happens and knocks Jaedong down to like 20-something workers, Jaedong probably taps. I think that's how that works. But anyway, man, what a great back and forth. Nobody ends up having this top left base. This base is denied 1 billion times. The +1 attack got denied early, and Bisu's like, I don't need it. We're good. So no, well, I guess this base died for Bisu. Didn't really have it for long though, but his core 4 kept him in it. And he ended up winning this thing, so well done. What a great twofer that was. I'm epic tagging that thing. 226,000 points to 250,000 points. Jaedong actually, yeah, down in that number. Outproduced the Protoss 8-3, but got killed 6-2. And he lost, it's just too many workers died, right? This is too close. In 26 minutes to outspend your Protoss opponent by 3,000 resources? No. Not even close. Not even close. So well done. GG. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.